I got him. Now, Tank, now.
Welcome to your doom.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
But look at that chin, though.
That he is.
Yeah, I mean, put him
Hold on, listeners.
Put him next to Leno, too.
If you want to check the video, Rene is currently holding up a video with star wipes going on and a picture of Andrew Jackson and Jeffrey Epstein saying he's attractive.
Okay,
so welcome to the Non-Essential Podcast.
Hold on. Do you do star wipes to clean your black hole?
All right.
Thank you.
Welcome to Non-Essentials
I just
Podcast.
fell down the internet for a few
This
hours.
is episode 86. We found out that QAnon kicked this conspiracy theory out, but
Yeah.
Renee picked it up. Apparently, Andrew Jackson and Jeffrey Epstein are the same person in her mind.
No.
I think you should post the beginning of that audio on the Patreon.
Actually,
Okay.
no. This is like how you got catfished, okay?
You're getting cat fucked.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Adam Riley, and you are Renee Wright, and I can't wait to tell you the meaning of 86, because this is
Episode 86.
Episode 86. So if you are a child and don't like tomatoes...
What do you mean by the meaning of 86?
Well, I'm actually trying to roast you, Jake, because you like ketchup but not tomatoes.
You're
86.
weirdo.
Yeah, I know.
I like to think of myself as complex.
Sure.
Maybe he just likes vinegar.
Yeah,
I have layers like the onions I
and
don't
sugar,
like, but the
yeah.
flavor I do.
Well, if you want 86 onions or tomatoes on your burger,
Oh, I see what you did. Okay.
there you go.
All right.
See, now you get it. 86 is a slang meaning to throw out or to get rid of or to refuse service to. It comes from a 1930s soda counter slang meaning that an item was sold out. There's varying anecdotal evidence about why the term 86 was used, but the most common theory is that it was rhyming with the term Nix. So it's very like Cockney, I guess. I
was going to say, this is from England.
Yeah,
so it's
probably.
stupid.
So.
Actually, quick question.
That's
here.
like poetry in motion if
Quick
you were
question.
there.
We're here. So this is a question. I think about this often. Like, can you accidentally assassinate a president? Like, the best candidate is in office right now. Like, if you bump into him, we saw him fell off a bike. Can a Huffy assassinate a president? It almost did this week.
No, I think AR stands for assault rider now for when it comes to bicycles.
Was he riding? No, he was riding. It was a Trek, I think.
Don't you dare.
Anyways, that's the leader of the free world, not knowing how to dismount. He didn't even have clip-ins, but that they grabbed his shoes nonetheless.
No, he did actually have clip. Second
No,
of all,
they're the foot cages.
yeah, the feet. It was
Our president has foot cages.
It was
on
his
bike.
tires because there was too much inflation.
Oh. Well, then it's his fault.
Well, if the gas prices weren't so high, he wouldn't have to ride his bike. All right,
So anyways.
I'll see myself out.
Yeah, you
This is
should.
now a political podcast. Thank you very much.
No, I'm coming round to Biden. He's hilarious. Like, he is grandpa in the way at the White House. It's just,
You just kind of nod and smile, and you're
there's
like,
there's gonna be a week when he dies, but it's gonna be hard to reschedule stuff. So they just weekend at Bernie's him. They give him some sunglasses. They get him through it, and honestly, his approval rating will go up a little.
Somebody
It'll be like, he's turning this ship around.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, Kamala will step in. Like, he's been dead. He stinks, and he's still gonna be better than Kamala.
Well, I guess I'm going to sort of take the headway here. I need to steer the ship into the further rocks. But no, but you know that because of the war in Ukraine, they have
That's
now,
still going on.
Yeah, I guess so. But obviously,
It's Pride Month. They don't.
McDonald's. Well,
They're not into that.
Yeah.
well, Putin's not into that.
I was going to say. So, but you know that McDonald's pulled out of Russia.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so McDonald's pulled out of Russia. I thought this was kind of funny. Whatever. Because I have heard that there's... I wish I would have looked this quote up, but they were like, hey, we're not in the restaurant business. We're in the real estate business. Because there's McDonald's has some of the most expensive real estate.
Technically, that was like Sears and Family Video. Family Video would buy the entire strip mall, but I'm sidetracking you. That's how there'd always be a Dollar General and like a Little Caesars in the same spot.
Yep, exactly.
So-
Or Marco's Pizza.
Exactly.
So, but anyway, the McDonald's, they left, but they still left obviously fully operational restaurants.
Sure.
And then a company came in, rebranded it. The company's name is Vikosno I Chico. Wait, oh fuck! I even did a pronunciation here. So Vikosno I Tochka, right?
Okay.
Which is the most communist sounding name for it. It is translated as tasty, and that's it.
First of all,
I'm not
I would
Okay,
eat
that's
at-
not McDonald's.
I would eat at a restaurant called Tasty, and that's it.
Yeah, me too.
It's like
Straight to the
tasty
point.
and period. That's it.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, but some of that company, that parent company now that went in and bought all these, some of the franchisees owners of the original buildings are still selling McDonald's items and selling the Big Macs.
You
instead
want
of,
an apple pie?
Yeah.
They got the golden arches. We
Yeah.
got the golden arcs.
Yeah.
You know, it's like an old throwback to Coming to America.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We have the golden hammer and sickle.
Yeah. You'll love it, or else.
So, I'll take one big comrade, please.
Yeah.
Supersize me. Or undersize, I
Yeah,
should say.
undersize
Yeah.
me instead of you fat Americans.
Yes, yeah, RGB McDonald's.
Yeah.
Over there, like
Anyway, so that's all I got on that, but I thought it was pretty funny that they're like,
KGB. What am I thinking of?
yeah, RGB.
I think you were
Re-
thinking
I think-
RGB3.
I was thinking Ronald McDonald.
Actually, I was
football
thinking what
player?
you're trying to do is put it. Wait, what is the? What's RGB?
The football player.
Robert Griffin. Anyways,
Yeah,
Cut that out.
no. I will say, like, this is an honest question. Like, has there been an update about Ukraine? Like, is there still a war going on? Is it? I know we're still sending them shit tons of money.
I don't know. I saw Sean Penn's over there, so he's probably gonna fix it.
But I will say, like, this is something that needs to be said. Is like we would be really, really deep in World War III right now if it weren't for this. There's a lady, Cassandra in La Crosse. She signed a petition to get rid of Putin. Just knocked ICBMs right out of the sky. It was like you get enough signatures, it's like Thanos snapping. Just bullets are just evaporating. This is good work these people online are doing.
Yeah.
You know, changing the
Yeah, you change your
colors.
profile picture to a Ukrainian flag.
Yeah,
and
every time you change your profile picture, a sniper bullet just turns around and hits the sniper. You don't know this, but like we're fighting fire with fire.
Well, I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna tailspin off of this one a little bit further. Then, since you're talking about gas prices, the economy thereof.
Okay.
But a gas station attendant mistakenly charged 69 cents a
I
gallon.
saw that.
Did you
I
see
saw
this?
that,
Okay,
yeah.
so I've got a follow up because a lot of people saw this. I'd say his name, but I literally have no idea how. And just to give you like a spoiler alert, like
But you said tasty, and that's it in Russian a second ago.
Well, his last name has 2 Z's, but it's separated by a C. Okay.
Well, no wonder you can't get the gas price right.
Exactly. But his first name's John, so that's cool. So anyway, so John accidentally, mistakenly had.
So he's Polish.
It honestly looked like a Polish name. I'm not even kidding you. So, but he. I mean, if you want to, we talked about this before because like my sister is half Polish, you know.
Yeah.
So like,
So you're allowed to make fun of Polish
I
people.
can roast them. But no, like if you want to blow your own mind, like look up how to say happy birthday. This is translation in Polish. I'm like, it's okay. I'll just say it in English. Like I try, but anyway, but his mistake of charging people 69 cents a gallon ended up costing the company.
First of all, that's hilarious.
It
it
is
is.
pretty funny, but it cost the company, which is not funny, over $20,000.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
They can make it up overnight.
not necessarily, but he was also pretty nervous that he was going to get sued, you know, by the company because he's, I guess, liable. But he did have a lawyer that said that the only way he'd really be liable is if they said never change the gas prices, and then he did. You
Well,
know?
now it's
So-
going to be in the language from now on.
Exactly. But I have to say that there was obviously a GoFundMe set up. Because, I mean, if there's a GoFundMe to pay for Amber Turd's fucking paying off Johnny Depp, there's going to be a GoFundMe set up for this guy.
I'd give to this guy before.
100%.
Dude, she didn't mistakenly shit in the bed.
She could have been
She didn't
drinking.
misplace a decibel.
Yeah. No, so anyway, so the GoFundMe was set up and raised over $24,000.
We all make
Right?
mistakes.
Okay, there we go. You paid him back.
Sadly, the company refuses to take the money. They said, in fact, actually, the company is adamant against it and said that that GoFundMe needs to shut down the charity and refund all the people.
He should take this. He should buy Dogecoin or something like
Well,
that.
no,
and-
because
and-
I thought, well, I guess he's just gonna get that money. I don't know because he did lose his job, or whatever. But I guess GoFundMe did say that he is, you know, if it's not going to the directed person or company, which is obviously that gas station,
Right.
then everybody else gets their money back. You know, but like I sat there and thought, man, if it was going to him, do you know how many other gas station attendants would accidentally do that?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? There would be like this giant trend.
It would set it. Actually, I came across something that's worth mentioning. Someone was talking about everybody loves to blame Biden right now for the gas prices, and the other side loves to blame Trump for the gas prices. But
I like
actually,
to blame everybody.
I think they were blaming Putin.
but that's Biden was blaming Putin. But here's the thing to actually blame. This is something that happened like during the shutdowns back when COVID hit. The Federal Reserve dropped the the 10% limit where a bank has to hold 10% of the money it loans out. They dropped that to 0 back then. And when you do that, effectively a bank can take $1 billion loan basically from another bank, loan that $1 billion out, make money off of that. And so that's one of the biggest drivers of inflation right now. And I just think it's an interesting thing that like everybody's too busy blaming everybody else to look into the fact that like money making money, which is always the thing that drives inflation. I don't know if it was just to prop up the economy, or I don't know what the overriding decision as to why they allowed that to happen was, but I just think it's interesting.
When did they do that?
I think it was like when COVID was hitting, when
Like
the shutdowns were happening, because it was probably like, oh fuck, we gotta make sure the economy keeps going, So
In this economy, my money is jingling and not folding.
exactly. So let's cruise away from that. Let's get onto it. I came across a ton of just random facts.
Okay, let's hear it.
Love it.
Like it's not really a game, but it's just like it's just random facts I thought were kind of interesting. Apparently, cockroaches raised in space become quicker, stronger, faster, and tougher than cockroaches on Earth.
Okay,
they're all
I hate
pretty.
that.
Yeah, they're pretty tough already. So let's not.
It's true.
Right?
I've stepped on a cockroach as hard as I could, and it just ran away.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
I don't believe it.
It did.
Were you in space?
No, I was in Arizona.
No one can hear you scream.
All right, keep going. I'm gonna sprinkle these. I got a story that I'm kind of like just kind of circling these around. I don't want to bring it up yet. I'm excited to talk about it.
I'm excited for you to Salt Bay us with some of your.
I'm just
some of your
wondering if your
facts.
head is sweating under that tip.
Oh my God!
We had to
I made
put
it
on-
I made it 12 seconds. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. No,
He's baking under these
I
lights.
can think more clearly. I think it's faster.
I
It's
can
like when you
think
super cool
clearly
computer
now.
under here.
Yeah, he's like the scarecrow, like the square root of an isosceles triangle.
Exactly.
It's a right triangle, you idiot.
So let me
Hold on, I just did a '90s Simpsons reference. And then
I love it. It's when Homer was in the bathtub.
Yeah.
And, in the bathroom, he
bathroom.
finds the glasses in the toilet, right?
Yeah, thank you.
I got it. This was something that like I don't think we talked about it, but have you seen the Ultraman? I think it's Ultra. It's a beer. So there was a guy at I think it was
Like
PGA.
Michelob Ultra.
So there was a guy, and it's a picture. There's Tiger Woods. He's taking a shot, right? And what does everybody do right now? Everybody records the fucking video on their phone, and they never watch it again. That's how we do it now.
Yeah.
But in this picture, there's a guy, and you think he's holding the phone at first, but he's actually just holding a beer.
Hell yeah.
It's like an ultra. I think it's like ultra. Do you guys, audience, know what I'm talking about? Have you seen this at all? Yeah. So he's just holding a beer, and what happened to him? They got a hold of him, and they gave him a sponsorship. Like they turned him into an employee because he's basically he's enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
And this is a great like advertising campaign of like. And what's weird is like the beer he's holding it in the photo. It looks the size of everyone else's phone. It's not till you're like, oh, he's the only person not recording.
Yeah.
And he's like blown away by this. But it's one of those feel good stories where just the fact that he was just actually looking at Tiger Woods hit a shot and not like recording his own little video for 3 likes on Facebook that got him a sponsorship from this beer company.
Wait, is 3 likes not a lot?
Asking for a friend.
Yeah, it's you two and me.
No, no, if that's your average, kill yourself.
Well, I'm out.
Audience
My
members,
mama.
you too. That's your self-esteem's that high. All right, random fact time, just to pick us up out of that. Did you know Thomas Edison proposed to his wife in Morse code, and she accepted
I hate
in
it.
Morse code? I think it's kind of romantic.
Are you saying Morris or Morse?
Morse. I don't know. I'm
As
probably.
in
It's
remorse.
Morse.
As in like think of like
M-O-R-S-E.
remorse.
If
Yeah.
you
Morse.
asked me to spell it, I wouldn't because it's. I think you're.
'Cause you don't know Morse code?
You're cornering me with like a coin's flip of getting it right at this point. So, yes, I'm calling it Morse code.
The only Morse code I know is SOS, which is ...
Actually,
Yeah, that's the only one I know
Weirdly
too.
enough, that was at Quinn's baseball game. All the kids were like, "What does SOS mean?" They asked me, and I realized I didn't know. What does SOS mean?
I've heard it's either save our ship or save our souls.
Yeah, I've
One of
heard
the
Save
two.
Our Ship.
Okay,
But now it's like Q something.
QAnon.
No, it's Q something. So don't use SOS if you're really needing help.
SOS is still what you need because that's what everybody knows. If you SOS kill, if you Morse QAnon, you're probably gonna get company you don't want. So,
That's what happened to me. That's
storm
how
your capital.
That's how I found out about that little conspiracy theory.
Thank you. Okay, one laugh.
All right,
Stifled laughter.
All right.
We got the mercy laugh there.
All right, we're into it. We're loose. Let's talk about the story of the week. This might be my story of the year. My favorite story I've heard in a while.
Okay.
Do you guys know about the elephant?
Is it the elephant that
Say it.
never forgets?
Yeah. So
No, I
didn't
don't
see
know.
that. I'm glad you did it. I'll let you go with it.
well, I don't have 100% of the facts, but so apparently, I believe it was in India, a 70-year-old woman was getting water from her well, and an elephant ran up and turned into a chalk outline.
yeah.
What? I think I did hear about
Hold on.
this now.
And then on her funeral pyre, probably, presumably on the river Ganges,
Days
he
away.
stomped her out like an old cigarette butt.
Okay, I did see that one.
he took her off the fucking funeral pyre and stomped her out again.
Here's the thing. It's even worse than that. It was 124 miles away. Apparently, this elephant. Yeah,
really?
It was 124 miles away,
so-
apparently.
Oh my God, he's like, fuck this lady in
And
particular.
He timed it. And I just honestly, here's the thing is I don't know this elephant at all, but I do kind of want to know, what did you do to that elephant?
Oh my God.
I trust the elephant more. I trust you did something that
If
elephant.
my dog growls at you, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
probably the hardest double tap anyone's ever done.
That's a Mozambique.
It's just baffling because, dude, on top of walking that far, how many people did you pass just politely, not killing or stopping them?
Yeah, just
Excuse
I'm
me,
assuming taking
Yeah.
the trunk with the hat, like, ma'am.
Good day.
Howdy.
Where do you think he's off to? Probably off to do some good elephant work.
I got a funeral to go to.
No, I just want to know, did you abort this elephant's child? What?
I don't know.
What? And on top of the timing, in the middle of the funeral, just to basically just surprise.
Yeah, it's not like a wedding with anybody, just speak now or forever hold your peace.
I mean, I would pay for this to happen at my funeral.
Yeah, I do definitely.
Just
I
to
kind of
create the story.
I wouldn't mind a chimp attack on my corpse.
Something.
Because I know they rip the genitals off and that'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be great. And if you catch it, you die next.
Yeah, like a bouquet.
Whoever gets Adam's genitals is the next to die.
Hello,
I mean, that's true right now,
ladies.
There goes molding it.
Definitely my story of the week. I don't know. I believe that elephant. I believe it did it for a good reason.
Okay. All right, Jake. But what do you think that she could have? What would a person do to an elephant to cause?
I have no idea, but I do trust it.
Well, I mean, the nice thing about an elephant is they're always ready to travel because they always have their trunk with them.
Have trunk will travel.
All right. Sorry.
Exactly.
That's my one elephant joke.
That's like your dad joke.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
Dad.
told people, I was like, listen, if you've ever laughed at one of my dad jokes, you owe me a Father's Day card.
True.
He'll
You
be
think your
flooded
kid
with
is-
Father's Day cards.
One of your kids out there is
In the ether.
even me.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I can go off of that dick.
Like he has many times before.
Ew. No, so let me ask you this. While looking, perusing the internet and scouring it for funny stories, I did come across an old episode from a Steve Harvey show.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
we're do the little mini segment here of Is It Weird? All right.
I'm gonna say it's weird right off the bat.
Yeah. This woman, she's been in a relationship with with this guy for 7 years.
That's weird.
Yuck, right?
All right. Continue, I guess.
I mean, unless it's dog years, it's real weird.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, no. So, but she's been in this relationship with the same guy for 7 years. She is so untrustworthy of him that before he goes out, what she does, and they have this agreement, is that she takes a marker and she signs her name on his dick, photographs it, and then he goes out with his friends, and then when he comes back, she takes another picture and she does a little compare and contrast to make sure it wasn't saturated by pussy juice, I'm assuming.
Okay. I got hand up.
I'm not
I got
kidding
hand
you.
up. I want to answer. It's 100% weird.
Yeah.
It's 100. But here's the thing. I think it's really funny.
Yeah, it's
And
hysterical.
If I
Dude,
was
could
that
you
was
imagine
me,
we
I'd be
talked into this.
yeah, like dude, my dick would be out at the bar every time.
I'd be like,
I would tell everybody.
Dude, she signed it with. She died it within a heart this time.
Dude, the bitch used a fucking dry erase marker.
You could tell the pen wasn't working at first because she scribbled in a couple of circles.
So it's totally weird. I don't mind.
Yeah,
It's
super
like
fucking weird.
it's got like an old like Middle Eastern like way of not.
They don't
I don't know.
circumcise.
I feel
You never
like
pull it tight like a canvas.
It's like how they sew up girls' vaginas in Africa, but like a dry erase version of that.
Oh my god. Okay, so a female's perspective, please.
Wait, this
here's
was on
the thing.
Steve Harvey? Because I'm picturing Steve Harvey's like, oh my god.
No, just a mouth agape. With a mustache.
Immediately,
you
no.
fool.
If I was a guy, I would immediately just go and wash it off, and then just feel like, what's this breakup?
Will you
right now?
forge it?
Like yeah, you would just like she would just stumble across like her like be like wait a second and just pictures of like dicks of him like practicing their signature.
I
on
guess
it.
I would erase
like
and be
he's
like,
practicing for report cards or something.
I mean, there's so much pussy juice, I couldn't keep it on. I'm sorry.
Isolate that audio.
yeah. I just want the dick part.
No, this
Yeah, I just want
no.
the
I
dick
want to
part.
dive in. This is super fascinating. I want to get a lot of Renee's
No,
input on this.
I'm serious. I want to hear what Rene has to say about this.
I mean, I think it's completely psycho, but like I said, if I was the dude, I would just immediately take it off and just be like, it's over.
Well, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But no, he's been dealing with this shit for years.
Then he
I mean, that
deserved
pussy's
it.
got to be shooting rainbows out of it or something like that. Like, what the I wouldn't put up with that shit. Could you imagine?
You know what it reminds me of? Is like when you
this
seal,
is coming
you
from
seal
a
an
man
envelope.
who's had marker plenty of times on my penis.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm not kidding.
Self-portraits.
No, dude. Actually, one of my favorite things to do is I do like the Jake has
Dude,
seen
she's
it.
just sealing it like a Hogwarts
He
letter with
draws
wax.
on the vein.
I don't have to draw the veins on. They're there. It's like a roadmap. But no.
It's
dude,
the Ho Chi Minh Trail on there.
actually, wait, no. What's the name of that casino up north?
The Ho Chunk?
No, not Ho Chunk, further north.
I don't know,
We did a
'cause-
tattoo convention there.
Oh, Oneida.
Oneida. Okay, so there's these people. We were outside this one. We
How
smoked
is this
cigarettes.
connected to
Hold
your
on.
dick with marker
Hold
on
on.
it? Okay.
You'll get it in a moment. But so these people pulled up and they're asking for directions. Now keep in mind, I already had my balls out, right?
As
But
one
Like,
does.
just follow the veins.
because I was already like, I did that. But they pulled up and they were in a car. It was like 4 big dudes.
It was
they were
also
like, hey, do you know?
negative 10 degrees.
They were
when
like,
we did
hey, do you
this.
know where such and such is? And I fucking turned around, pulled my
Oh,
scrotum.
I do remember this.
Yeah, I pulled my balls really tight. And I go, yeah, you just follow the big vein, take a left.
Dude, what? They looked.
They were like,
They looked. They were like, this map sucks.
Well, it was negative
they're
10.
like, he's all map, no pen. Like,
well, Adam, it was negative 10 though.
yeah, that's it.
It was
that's
negative
why
10.
I was in the pool. No, but anyway,
I forgot
but no-
about that. Yeah. You did. You gave directions on your nuts.
Yeah, dude. And like you
Take a
take the
left at
big
the-
throbbing,
Yeah.
the
Like,
throbbing
listen,
vein.
you go 10 miles down that road. Watch out for the infected hair follicle.
Yeah. To the topographical map.
Yeah. You
No,
did,
so-
you did that with a bunch of burly tattooed dudes.
But the best part is that, like I said, I'm not kidding you. My balls were literally already out. I just turned around and pulled them tighter. You know, anyway.
Like pinch to zoom in, like on Google
Yeah.
Maps. Let's go to Street View.
Just a bunch of red blood cells. So anyway,
Is a dog getting kicked?
but no, Jake has also seen marker on my penis a few times.
I have.
So Jake's been marking yours.
No. There's like, but I want to hear Jake say it.
I mean, what this reminds me of is like when like Dwight Schrute was like, when the baby's born, put a mark only you know on the foot with a Sharpie. You know? It reminds me of that, or like I was saying, it reminds me. We got Maker's Mark in front of us. Like
This
it's
is
either,
member's mark, first of all, if you ask
It
Rene.
is.
That's what I'm saying. It's either that or either a wax seal on the dick. You know, like the seal is unbroken.
Okay. So one of my favorite things to do is that you've always heard about the dick watch thing, right? So what I like to do is I like to draw an actual clock face
I don't think
on my
I don't think
penis.
she knows what a dick watch
I
is.
don't know.
Well, I'm not gonna show her.
No, I'm not saying that. Like,
Is
describe
it like
for
a
the,
helicopter
No,
thing?
No,
describe it for
I
the
do that one
listeners.
too. But no, but
Hold on, time out for the listeners. A dick watch is when you take your dick and you stretch it around your wrist.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when someone asks you what time it is, you just show them your
but then
watch.
yeah, so then but I mean, if you pull it tight enough, it just looks like one of those 80s snap bracelets, you know? So like what I like to do is I draw like the clock face on.
Yeah.
And I put an actual time, like it's definitely an analog clock. I've even gone so far as to do like the holes for like the wrist, you know, the adjustments.
He's an artist.
Honestly, if anyone wants a dick tattoo, I would probably do this one.
Well, I remember actually Jake and I were up at the Poconos at a bachelor party and we convinced this horrifically old shaggy dog looking like bartender to do it. Do you
She
remember?
was so excited to be involved with your penis that night.
So she is like, so then she's like, what time do you want me to put? Jake goes, party time. And so party time is like 4:10, I think. I don't know. I think that's what she put. So, but and then
Eastern Standard.
yeah. No, it's way not even that cool.
Okay, so bringing it back,
Yeah. So what do you?
I do think it's weird.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I think it's
I
weird
just
as
wanted
well.
to add my personal
But-
flair on this
What
because,
did
like
Steve
I said,
say? What did Steve say?
wait, it's fucking absolutely weird. It's fucking bananas.
but I will say, like, the way I would end this relationship was I would come back with a different signature. Be like, sorry.
It's Tanya's now.
Yeah, it's a team ball. So I'd have hers would still be on it, but it'd be like when Mickey Mantle signed over Babe Ruth and it created like a big tiff.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's how I would do about it.
I would put Trek on it because
Yeah.
everyone can have a ride.
Yeah, but it's totally weird. But this guy knows what's going on. He's like, can I go to the bar? They're like, present your penis so I can.
Well, no, that's exactly how it was. I don't know. Like, I feel like I'll find the clip and we should post it on the Facebook or something like that, or Patreon. But that is seriously, I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, how have I not heard about this wacky bitch? I need a follow up because obviously, I think it was like 2014, and I don't think they were together 7 years then. I'm curious if they made it 22.
Yeah, me too.
Feel bad for that Sharpie.
I know, me too.
So I
Hashtag me.
came across something that got nothing to do with that. Do you know? Like, I don't know if this is true. I didn't fact check it, but do you know what the history of the middle finger is?
No.
Like, where the middle finger?
I mean, isn't
It's
it?
the longest, most obtrusive
I
finger.
heard that. That's the booper. Boop boop. Yeah. That's the G-spot hook shot. But no, but like,
We're gonna go a little back farther than that.
I mean, depends. You bottom out.
It
but-
depends.
But no, well, I mean, obviously
I
it
have
means,
to see myself. in this conversation.
and obviously means fuck you. But I'm saying like that's such a, it's such. I mean, you go anywhere in the world, fuck you means, or their derivative of it is
it's like
expressed
love.
different
It's
ways.
an international language.
So that's kind of what I
we're not
stumbled
talking about
across.
tennis here.
Okay, so this was the history, like the little factoid that I found.
Sure.
It was before the Battle of Agincourt, I believe it's called.
Oh,
in Fort.
Agincourt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fuck was that?
Is in
My great grandpa was there.
Wow.
you need a couple more grades
Wait,
on it.
Agincourt 1 or 2?
Hold on. It was in 1415, the year of 1415. Apparently, the French were anticipating a victory over the English in this upcoming thing, and they were so confident about it that they proposed cutting off the middle finger of all the captured English soldiers in the battle. Because basically,
Oh, is this a way of saying like, oh, we still have it?
kind of, because this would incapacitate them to be able to draw their bows. And apparently, their bows were made of a tree called the yew tree.
Yes.
And so these bows were like super long, super heavy pull, and it was known as plucking the yew, right? But England actually won this battle, and as a result, they would wave their fingers back at
Archers would
them.
do that?
Well, I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
I feel like I've heard
Yeah,
this.
but they would
Yeah.
wave them back at him, essentially saying "pluck you," which turned into "fuck you," which was associated with the ability to draw back a longbow from the yew tree.
So the English
So-
were saying "pluck you" and the French heard "fuck you."
No, it's just a weird way of saying like the French were so confident they were like, we're gonna cut off the middle fingers
So,
of all the captured English soldiers.
Can I do a rebuttal to that?
Sure.
I will look it up and we'll do it on the next podcast. And for 87. But I feel like I came across that fact and then I fact checked it because I wanted to bring it up.
Sure.
And I don't think it's right.
All right.
But I will look it up.
Okay.
I've been wrong before. Actually, hold on.
That's wrong.
All right, there you go.
Wait, you think that's gonna phase me? You think I haven't
All
been
right.
wrong?
Yeah, no, it is definitely not. There's no history of archers getting their fingers cut off.
Okay.
So I believe it was like Greek or Roman or something like that. Whereas,
Greco-Roman.
Yeah. There's a lot of wrestling with fig
fine.
leaves.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
and
Well,
oil.
Yeah, what happened?
how about this for? I got
We'll be
different.
going Greek for the rest of this episode.
I got different.
Super funny for people that know what Urban Dictionary
Different
is.
origin story. I remember there was this one time Lindsay was driving, and my son was, I believe, 3 or 4 in the back seat behind me, and he was rhyming words. He was like Matt, cat, hat, and he's like truck, and I got my phone out because this was going to be funny.
I know what rhymes with truck.
So I'm recording myself, like my face and the kid, someone's kid behind me, and it was like truck, pluck, fuck, buck, muck, and he stopped. He's like, fuck, fuck. He like hit the lip. He's like, fuck, 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 fuck. I just turned to Lindsay. I go, that's proof. It's just fun to say. He doesn't know what he's doing.
I feel like, isn't there like a
It just
similar,
hits,
isn't there like a similar like Louis C.K. bit about cunt?
Yeah. It's just like, ooh. There's just something palatable about it. And that's probably the real origin of fuck. It's just like we all just came together and we all just was like, I don't know, it's a fun thing to throw in. It's just like, that's no one had to get their finger cut off. We all just knew it just fell off the teeth and lips. Pretty good. Actually, this is another one of these random facts. If you start at 1 and you count this, I don't know if this is true.
Okay.
Again, so correct me.
This
Audience.
is a fact that you don't know is true.
Because I wasn't going
Not
to
a
check
good
it.
start,
This
buddy.
is
Okay.
the fact.
Kind of like an archers.
The fact that if you count from 1 to 1,000,000,
Okay.
your lips won't touch until you say million. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, and it actually purse into the million part. And I thought that was I haven't counted to
Wait.
1,000,000 to check.
Am I not getting it?
So
No, yeah, I get it.
To
Like, your
form
lips
the words.
Don't touch like this.
So
Like you
1,
say
2,
the
3,
M.
4, etc. All the way to the 1,000,000. That million is the first syllable that purse your lips together.
Oh. Okay.
And I just thought that's one of those
it's
like
the first M.
Yeah.
I mean, why don't they just say that?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I thought that was a weird fact. I never thought about that. It's just weird
That's
that
one of those
syllable
facts
doesn't
that-
occur until.
You don't think about unless you're drunk or high.
I'm sure that's specifically to English, though. That would be the only caveat to that. But who the fuck knows? But anyways,
Well, I mean, speaking of putting lips together for something,
I got something on that too. But keep going.
Sure. Okay, so I don't have a whole lot on this, but it's at least worth mentioning because I'm trying to trigger Jake's memory here.
Good luck, you and me.
A woman was charged with a felony for spitting on a corpse in a casket.
Okay, that's
That's
a felony.
assault, brother.
Her motives were unclear, but the reason why it's a felony is because it's abusing a corpse.
I don't think that's abusing a corpse.
Yeah,
It is. Is if you defile a corpse.
Can
in
you
any
fart
way-
around a corpse?
Well, there's a difference between defiling.
I mean, I'm
and
dead
abusing.
inside. You fart around me all the time, dude.
That's true. That's true.
Just say that he liked to be spit on in life,
Right?
so you just
I don't
give
want
him
to
what he
kink
wants.
shame.
I'm just saying
I mean-
assault means a person,
Well, what I'm getting at is that
not a husk.
You spit on the shell.
the reason why I'm bringing this up is because it made me think of an old story that we covered in July of 2020. Do you
Yes,
remember
I
this?
think my husband was the one.
Bet that elephant spit on
Yeah.
that lady.
What is it?
I remember it was something about spitting on a dead.
If you spit with a gun, then yeah.
Yeah, fucking throw one through the head.
yeah.
No, I think you should. Keep going.
There's
I
a
don't
guy-
want to take it
No.
from you.
This is the end of it, but I just want to say maybe the reason why I'm even bringing it up is because Jake and I, we've joked about this before, but where the guy was at a funeral 2 years ago, and then there's the dude that got shot at his house.
Oh,
and he
yeah,
died.
The shooting at the funeral.
Yeah, and then this guy pulled out his own pistol at the funeral, and fucking sends one through the casket. He's like, "You deserved it. You ain't shit." And I remember
What a way to make a bang.
I remember laughing so hard because Jake was like, "Hey man, send one through the head too, for me, if I just in case." Cause
Yeah, you're about to get buried, and there's all those nightmare stories being buried alive. Just throw one through the skull. Who gives a shit at this point? I wish that elephant had a 9mm. Just fucking pop.
yeah,
Yeah.
open up the door. It's
The
real.
elephant was busy, so
Yeah.
Use that.
Like, I remember when she was 3, she was an ivory trader.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like something in the past. Something happened. I don't know what it is. Anyways, random
her
fact time.
chakras were
Random
off, I
fact
think.
time. It's common prank amongst Japanese kids to stick fingers into other people's butts while they're not looking, and they call it Kancho.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you this right now. This is why no one walks up in front of the stairs in front of me, because I think I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
Yeah. No, it's like that same instinct of like.
Today I learned I'm Japanese.
I learned I was Japanese as well.
Apparently, I practice Kancho a lot. But no, it's like that same thing to where, like, I remember there was like a 2 or 3 week period where every boy in high school was just like making a cup for their genitals.
For a sack tap?
Yeah, because sack tap had gotten so out of control. It was like cutting heads off in Africa, and everybody was terrified of it.
Yeah. So. No, man, like, honestly, if people have gotten their oil checked by me so often.
Yeah.
You know,
I believe it's called the pizza cutter.
Yeah. No, it's a bean dip.
Yeah. So maybe Kancho means pizza cutter in Japanese.
Ah, yes. Pizza cutter song.
That's racist.
He's as Japanese as.
Actually,
Yes,
you know what?
did.
Here's my movie recommendation, or not movie, but TV show recommendation. Since I'm emulating it, but it's Tokyo Vice on HBO.
Haven't heard of it.
It is so good.
It's like Miami Vice, but better.
Sort of. It's with way more sushi, but no. The Tokyo Vice. It's on HBO Go, and it's like in the 90s. And it's this white guy who's a reporter, and then it's got the Japanese dude from Inception.
Okay.
You know,
Yes.
He's in that. He's the only other face I recognize. But anyway, but I don't know. I would strongly recommend watching it. Like I got to the end, and I was like, oh, when's the next season coming out? So.
You know what? Like rabbit hole I've been sucked down lately, and obviously it's a lot of TikTok videos, but I've been calling this for years. It's like, dude, the storm videos are getting so good because everybody has a phone, and occasionally people get hit by tornadoes. And as a Midwest dad, I realized something. Like, did you see that thing where the guy is on the back of the safari and the lion comes up and looks at this week, and like he grabs like the handle, and I was sitting there thinking like, I would pay to go on safari in Oklahoma to see a tornado. I mean, that's got to be the same level of danger. It's like, that's the Midwest dad in me. Like, you know, strap me to that chair, 5-point harness.
Oh my God, here comes a tornado. It's 8 meth heads
like,
fighting.
Yeah, just like exactly. It'd be a lot of nothing, and then like it'd be like the wall cloud, you know, and like hook me up to a reverse bungee cord. I'll fly up there and like the orb from Jurassic Park, where you know.
I will say though that that wall cloud is real.
Oh,
I remember like being in the Middle East. And like just seeing, I remember thinking like, this is like the Mummy.
Oh
like, seeing like a giant like, ooh.
Yeah, no, I would pay for this. Like I think it'd be like a fun thing to do, and like it would honor Bill Paxton.
Yeah,
you know, God rest his soul.
And also,
I think
the guy,
that's the same cow.
No, there's another actor that in there who's dead too.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yes,
who I always think is Jack Black because he looks like Jack Black.
He's the blonde version.
I would love a reshoot of the ending of Twister, and this would be my ending of Twister. Everything would happen normally, and they would strap themselves to that water.
All I
main.
can think of when I think of Philip Seymour Hoffman is Scotty from
Scotty Hottie.
No. Yeah,
Scotty
I think so.
Spotty.
From what's
Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights.
Yeah,
yeah, Scott.
Yeah, but like with what I would do with Twister, it'd be the same all the way up to Bill Paxton, Helen Hunt. They run to that shed, and they strap themselves to that water main.
Who are these people?
And then F5 tornado like goes over the top of them, and then the tornado would move on, and there would just be that belt around the pipe with a little bit of blood on it.
Like a rib cage.
Yeah, just a bit of bone, and then like it would stay on and the credits would roll as you just look at the belt drip blood.
Yeah.
Because it's basically a gigantic sky grinder.
Yeah.
That's what they went through. Nothing magical. Maybe their souls went to heaven up the middle of the tornado, but that's about it. Piece of straw would have went through your head. So
they would give you some. You can go to Auntie M's restaurant afterwards.
Yeah,
get a steak dinner.
Let's watch Twister. Can we get a non-essentials podcast Twister?
Yeah,
movie night. I'll watch that.
I would do that.
Yeah, that'd be
I
fun.
mean, you said Sky Grinder, so I didn't know if that was is that because this is probably the last.
Elon
episode
Musk is inventing that.
I was thinking that that's for since it's Pride Month.
It is Pride Month. And did you see the thing about Elon Musk? They were trying to
Thank
kick
you.
him out
Sky
of.
Grinder? Come on. What the fuck?
But did you see SpaceX employees were trying to kick out Elon Musk, and
Yeah.
they themselves got kicked out?
Elaborate, please.
Yeah, elaborate.
Oh, well, apparently, employees at SpaceX
Yeah.
thought Elon Musk was giving them a bad name, forgetting the fact that he gave them a name. In the first
Yeah.
But they're just like, we don't like the way he's, and they got fucking promptly fired. And that's the best example of just like,
It's like your
fuck
teenage
around
son.
and find out, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like it, like the world's coming back round to like, I saw this headline where it was like, people don't like woke TV. It's like, no shit. It's the same way we don't like woke comedy. It's just, when everything's off limits, it's not worth even being there to
So
watch.
basically, we're all dirty birdies, is what you're saying.
We are, and it's insane to me to like pretend that we're not.
I mean, I'm the opposite. I'm actually so woke. I'm like a Folgers commercial.
Sure.
So
Sure. Absolutely sure. I think I might have got a random fact here.
Let's hear it.
Here's a random fact. The voice in your head has grown up with you, and it used to be a child.
yeah. Go pee in that pool.
Yeah. That's the thing.
All right.
Yeah.
It's still just the 8-year-old me and
Yeah,
a
like-
42-year-old
I feel
man
like
head.
the voice in your head is still the
Dude,
eight-year-old you.
yeah. That's like
You just didn't grow up.
When I think of stupid stuff I did as a kid, I forgot it wasn't my voice back then. It was a little kid being like, "Yeah, do it."
Yeah, I think Adam's voice has arrested development. So.
Oh my God. No, I will say, okay, I mean, probably a long story. Feel free to cut this. But I remember
Which we won't.
my mom's ex-husband. There were
Going
he was
darker.
Like, so he would paint cars and stuff, right? Like professionally. And I remember it was like a late night.
Those sheep still
Oh
screaming
my-
Clarice.
Yeah. Hello. But
late
anyway,
night paint
I was
job.
in the boss's office, just like supposed to entertain myself. It was like 6 or 7, and I don't remember doing this, but I remember it happening after the aftermath of it. But I have like a flash or two of me just fist pounding like ketchup packets all over like this dude's office.
All right.
This is bad radio, but I'm just telling you, like, I remember like this happening, and like this dude was furious and obviously like told Scott, my mom's ex-husband, about it, and I just remember being like, I don't even remember doing this. Like,
That's what my sons say.
But no, it's true. Like, I mean, this is terrible, stupid radio, but it's at least worth talking about. But like,
It's cute how he says radio.
Well, so you're saying the little voice in your head was on board, like, yeah, get him.
Is that like the devil and the angel on his
no, they're both
shoulder?
devils.
No, it's two devil be like, what he said.
Yeah, one was ketchup, one was mustard.
Fucking
That was pounding
stereo,
both of them,
you know?
He had like the devil squared.
No, I mean it's dumb. It's dumb to listen to, but I'm saying like I get it. Like as far as like the
The voice growing.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it explains a lot of dumb shit I did.
I know, because it's like, because I sit there back. I remember even as a kid, I remember the confusion being like, I didn't do that. But
totally
I did it.
did. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I mean, who else would have fucking did it?
You did it.
Yeah. But like, I remember thinking like, I didn't do that. But then there's like this like couple flashes of like, that was cool.
Listen, here's the thing. It is fun to smash a capture packet. I know it is, which means I've done it somewhere I can't remember.
It's like the Culver's ones that are like extra juicy.
Isolate that audio. I'm gonna empty the clip on this random facts here. A Hooters once offered an employee a chance to win a Toyota, and when the employee was given an actual, slow it down, a toy Yoda doll,
They got sued.
she sued him.
Was
I
it
would
Culver's?
too.
No, it was Hooters.
Oh, Hooters.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
yeah.
she won enough money to buy any Toyota she wants.
Yeah. I saw this. I remember
do you
seeing
think that Culver's would do something
Well, I
like
don't know.
that.
Like, but like,
could
I think
just ask for
I
the
think the
most-
members mark is getting to me. But no, like I truly like. I remember seeing the face of this chick. She just had this like sullen, like look on her face. And to
Yeah.
be fair, I get it.
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
can't
'cause,
you
like-
just? Isn't there like a Yoda that's like super expensive that you could buy it?
Yeah, it's not
Toyota
tickle
with
me
the
Yoda.
Well,
Like
it could be. It kind of reminds
20
me of
years
You
like.
said any Toyota
No,
you want.
I remember Mountain Dew got in trouble for this same thing when they had the Mountain Dew points. You remember this from like probably
the ones where you could
1986.
buy music or
Right,
something?
but in the commercial they had a it was like an F-14 jet, and the idea was like if you get 1 million Mountain Dew points, you can buy an F-14 jet. And so some guy got 1 million fucking points, and Mountain Dew was like, no, we were totally kidding about that, because it worked out. I thought it was like, I want to say it was like $47,000 worth of Mountain Dew equals the equivalent of like a $35 million plane, and he took the U.S. government to court. And I'm an audience, why don't you get on this fact here? But I remember he at least took them to court, basically like Bart Simpson, like, where's my elephant?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like, they're playing the elephant song.
Yeah. So no, that's because basically saying false advertising, and I do think Mountain Dew might have been held accountable to at least the monetary value of like a refurbished.
Yeah, go to one of those Russian junkyards.
That's the thing, is like, I've been like, screw it, give him an F-15. Let's see how this plays out.
It doesn't work, but it's still an F-15.
Just dirt dart, right?
Yeah, and that kid was Tom Cruise. So, and that's why we have a new Top Gun movie, 36 years, 1986 Top Gun. There you go,
There you
episode
go.
86. There we go.
Whoa.
We did it.
Yep.
We did it. I'm out of facts.
I'm Adam Riley. Go
Wait,
fuck yourselves.
I have a game.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, okay.
Okay, so
Do you write your name on a dick in this?
no, but I think I'm going to from now on.
I want to play a game.
Yeah.
But I like the dick though. Okay, so this one
Isolate
is
that
called.
audio. Okay, keep going.
Okay, so I did another fear.
Okay.
Are you guys getting sick of the fears yet?
No, I like it.
Okay, so this one's called omphalphobia. O-M-P-A. No, sorry, I'm
Is
drinking.
that- is
I'm sorry,
om as
I'm
in-
drinking. Okay, O-M-P-H-A-L-O.
Okay.
Phobia.
So, is in like multiple directions. Phal is in dicks.
That's what I took it as.
No, I'm being serious.
Yeah.
Are you scared of dicks going in every direction?
That would be really scary.
Oh, wait. Do we
Maybe
get
I
multiple?
would. I
You've
wouldn't
never
want
woken
this-
up and tried to pee with a boner.
Hold on. Do we get multiple choice? Or we got to talk this out like
It's
you
like
know,
if
like
Twister,
Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, if like Twister and Dix had a baby.
Okay. So do we get multiple?
Yeah, I have multiple choices.
Okay.
So it's the fear of oranges,
Okay.
fear of phallic shapes,
That seems on the nose.
fear of belly buttons.
I'm going 2 because the Phal.
I'm going
Because-
3.
Because, well, is like multiple,
Sure.
right?
I don't
And
even
Phal-
know what means. Oops,
Like
oops.
omnidirectional.
Sure.
Like is
Omnipresent.
there you go.
omnipotent.
It's everywhere.
me-
Omnipotent.
Let me ask you, when you say fear of oranges, is it fear of the color orange or fear of the fruit?
Yes. And carrots.
Do you think that? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, do you think that was
Is
the
that
old?
Dimitri Martin?
Yeah, it's like
It is.
it's
the
like
fruit.
I bet whoever named oranges saw an orange before they saw a carrot.
Yeah,
They're like, what
yeah,
do you
yeah.
call these? Oranges. What about these? Oh shit.
Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's Dimitri Martin. I'm going number 2.
So I'm gonna. Here's the thing. I think Adam might be right, because I'm sitting here like, the fear of navels. Oranges have navels,
It's true.
and I
A
don't know.
navel
I don't know
is
if you were like lacking creativity or like oranges have navels. Makes me think circular. I'm gonna come back to fear of oranges. That's my last guess. You shouldn't have that if you're out at sea, because your teeth will fall out.
Scurvy.
Yes.
Yeah. So my guess is fear of oranges. Who's scared of a navel?
Well, I'm so glad you brought up the navel part, because it is fear of belly buttons.
Fuck.
All right.
Do you know, I've seen like where you know how like there's the, you know, on Instagram people.
How are you afraid of a belly button? That's all I'm.
No, I'm serious. Like people, like, what do you call it? They on Instagram models, they
They do what?
Airbrush?
airbrush the belly buttons out.
Alfred,
they're-
Alfred
like-
Hitchcock didn't have a
Like
belly
they're
button.
like they're Adam and Eve?
But the weird thing is like everyone has a belly button, so why is it so?
Not Adam and Eve.
Not Alfred Hitchcock, because he had a surgery.
Oh, did he have a tummy tuck?
Yeah, he had something. We're basically to get rid of it.
Well,
So
I
that's
had
the-
an
that's-
umbilical
How do you know
hernia,
that?
and
That's
I
a
still
weird
have
I
a
have
belly
no
button.
idea. Probably from a podcast.
I
So,
don't like it.
hey Renee,
I don't like it.
Renee, you won, so you get to finish your drink. Actually, I have
The many drinks.
This
of
isn't a
tonight.
fear of, but like I wanted to give a recommendation.
I'm sorry, but before you go into your recommendation, because I can tell you're taking this into a downturn, I have something.
Okay.
I want you to imagine dating the love of your life.
Done.
Okay? Now,
And they're done
the
that.
two of you start a business together.
Sounds
Right?
terrible. Sounds terrible.
And then you find out your mother's both hooked up with the same man.
What's wrong with
Adam,
that?
you really went wrong right there.
Should they break up?
Wait, hold
Should
on.
they?
What?
Should they end their entrepreneurship together?
Hold on. No, I'm confused. You just found out you have a sibling.
that yeah,
right?
Their business is kind of contingent on.
Hold on, I think I'm missing.
Are we in
a
West
piece here.
Virginia right
so
now?
You're saying two people decide to start a business together. They find out both of their mothers hooked up with the same person.
Yes,
They found out they're siblings.
we'll see.
No.
They have a business together.
Sure. Okay.
But what do you mean we'll see?
You got talking to the mic there.
We'll see.
Renee's drunk, by the way.
Yeah, Rene.
So anyway, what I'm asking is should they break up?
Wait, when you say
should
break
they end
up,
their
They break
entrepreneurship
up their
together?
business or break up like as a
Both.
couple?
no, why?
Okay. Well, their business is kind of contingent on this.
What
okay?
kind of business is it?
Well, keep in mind,
Home Depot.
Carly and Mercedes, their business is their Onlyfans page. Okay.
Well, then definitely no. This is probably a genre.
and
I don't think they should break up at all. I mean, this is like
I can't help but feel like this is maybe like a publicity stunt, to be honest with you, because they do kind of look alike, but their OnlyFans account, their title is Not Your Average Sisters.
okay.
And they've been told by their fans that they should get a DNA test because they look a lot alike.
Oh, congratulations! They
DNA
found something that
test.
makes him
Yeah.
kind of interesting. Like, who gives a shit? Show your pussy. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Okay, that's great, but seriously, like they are having their audience members or whatever, their subscribers, begging them to get a DNA test.
So
They're like,
did
you
they
need.
do it?
They haven't done it yet. They did say that they're looking into it.
Just lie.
They're DNA teases.
Yeah, they're DNA teases, but no, I think that what my personal assumption is that they know that they're not, but they're gonna like play this out,
Yeah,
play the
that's
buzz
what I
out because
think.
obviously
They should.
as we're talking about it now,
Yeah.
they're gonna find out.
They should. One of them should get stuck in a dryer.
Yeah. Oh, what are you doing, stepso?
Exactly.
So anyway, or half sister, but or just like this, like.
I love that part.
I just threw that in.
Okay,
for,
sorry.
yeah.
Sorry, I had to do the Joe Dirte.
Yeah,
So,
Joe Dirte.
but like I said, I feel like they're just gonna like play it out, or
Yeah.
whatever,
Sure.
just get the buzz, and then be like, oh, it turns out we're not. But honestly, they also said that they're not sure if they want to do the DNA test because, and I quote, at the blissful ignorance, well, hopefully it'll go a long way.
Well, sure. And honestly, I agree with them because I don't want my clones on the moon either.
Is that a segue into a great movie recommendation?
Well, the movie Moon.
Yeah.
But honestly, like I remember getting into an argument with Lindsay. This was years back because one time I came up, she's like, I'm going to get my DNA sequence. This was like a decade ago. And I'm like, no, you're not. They just did that a year ago, and it took them forever to do it. And basically, we got into an argument. She's like, it's $100. Like, you're definitely getting scammed. And then I would turn out to be wrong, and I immediately went into conspiracy theory mode, thinking like, well, why is it so cheap? And I stand by this to where it's just like, you get that 23andMe and your insurance is like, hey, all right, awesome. Your premiums went up. So
Yeah.
have a nice 6 years, Like, my brother got that done. I just like, let me see yours. All right, I'm fine. All right, cool, awesome. Right? I don't know. It's like I just like that's a really complex thing. And actually, to go into the whole DNA thing, this was like if you look it up, there's something weird going on where they actually sequence a JPEG image into bacteria into the DNA sequence.
What?
So this is
I feel like you just mad-libbed like 3 different
I
words.
did, but
Me
it
too,
I
me
did, but
too.
it just reminded me of this thing where basically like the DNA sequence of bacteria, when they sequence the DNA, can be arranged. And what they did was they coded, the first image, the first movie image of the horse running.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they coded that into bacteria, and they let the bacteria basically create like 1,000 generations. Then they sequenced the DNA, and they ran it back through the same algorithm.
And it's the monkey smelling his finger after he picks his ass.
No, it produced the movie of the horse. So what they basically proved was that with a DNA sequence, you can input data into it, which isn't derived off of electricity, which is a computer hard drive thing. So basically, DNA can now produce JPEG images. So that's essentially the future we're running into.
Man, I can't wait to hear this when I'm sober because I don't know what the
I know, me too.
What the fuck you just talking about,
right
little
now-
man?
Like,
my-
listen, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. I have a podcast recommendation. Do you know who Lex Fridman is?
Lex Luthor, I know.
Not Lex Luthor. You're drunk. So Lex Fridman, he's been on Rogan a few times. Joe
You talking
Rogan.
about sexy Lexi?
And honestly, the first time I listened to Lex
My,
Fridman, I honestly thought
Rene impersonation.
I thought Lex Fridman was I thought he not a tool. That's not the right word. But what I was misunderstanding was Lex Fridman. He's a podcaster that super prepares for each episode. He has like very smart people on his stuff.
prepare.
No, you didn't. You got drunk.
But I prepared.
That's her preparing.
So I want to recommend a podcast that Lex Fridman did, where basically he is talking about a guy. I'll look his name up here in a second, but basically he is arguing about the case against reality. He wrote a book called The Case Against Reality, and basically
is this a simulation thing?
Not a simulation in a sense, but the best way I can describe it is this was a podcast that blew my mind. So if you like sci-fi, if you like that, if you enjoy existential dread, you know when you
Ooh, I don't like it.
You don't? Okay, Lindsay doesn't either. She wouldn't let me even talk about it at all.
I don't give a fuck.
The best way
I really don't.
The best
Bring on the
no,
dread.
what
I
it
don't
is
even care.
the best way to summarize what he said is that the odds of our senses actually perceiving reality as it actually is close to zero. Our eyes, our ears, our skin perceives our reality in a way that promotes reproduction. It promotes our ability to procreate and to, push our DNA into the future. And so the actual reality itself is nothing like our experience.
But he hasn't been pushing his DNA.
You're drunk.
I'm just saying.
But basically, the best way I can describe this is he's saying, like, let's say
Can't
reality.
knock up a corpse, Rene.
Reality is just electricity. And basically, human beings, the best way to think about them is almost like a Windows operating system. Now, it's possible.
I'm MS-DOS.
All Windows does is it modulates electrical signals to send an email in letters and numbers to your friends so that you can communicate with each other. So basically, this argument is that our entire being, our human existence, is loosely an interface akin to a video game that is translating the real reality into something we can understand.
I hope that I'm just like Temple Run on some nerd's like shit while he's taking a shit.
Right.
I've
never passed Temple Run.
You can't. You can't pass it.
The first one? Are you kidding?
You just go.
No, my legs went numb for 45 minutes on a Thanksgiving at my wife's house when I finally beat 10 million points.
You probably had to
I unlocked the last.
Jake, you probably had to shit again.
Wait a second.
No,
Jake,
I did.
Jake.
By the time I was done, I had to start.
Jake, isn't your wife's house also your house?
No. My in-laws' house, I said.
You said your wife's house.
No, listen. Anyways, beating that Temple Run, 10 million points for the high score was the best Thanksgiving I ever had at my in-laws. But there was a moment where I had to crawl on the floor and wipe my ass, and I don't regret it for a second.
Like, you probably had to knock the barnacles off with the chisel, man. I'm sure that shit dried.
So anyways, it's a Lex Fridman podcast. If you look it up, it's on Spotify. Lex, Lex, Freedman. He's actually a guy from Russia. And the thing is, he comes across so well prepared for his podcast.
Man from Russia.
Exactly. He comes across so well prepared for his podcast that he almost seems sarcastic. But this podcast, I've listened to it a couple times. I got the guy's book. It's called The Case Against Reality. It's fantastic if you're an existential dread nerd like me. I'll cut all this.
I think it's funny that there's a guy from Russia that has an existential dread.
Sure.
Because, if I was Russian, I would have existential dread all the time.
Well, you wouldn't, because you'd be Russian everywhere.
Yeah, you need to calm down for being in such a hurry, Rene.
So anyways, I'm going to stab a knife in the heart of this pig. This has been episode 86.
He's going to 86 this episode.
He's going to 86 this episode, and we didn't.
Yeah, I am Rene's liver.
Hold on. I'm out. Real quick, even though we didn't have a catfish. What is a catfish, Rene?
A catfish is Jake wishing something true, but it ended up being two truths and a lie, or something.
That's pretty. Like whenever I ask this, I feel like it's like pointing
camera.
a camera.
You know what? You've asked me so many times. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say.
It's like when I point a camera at the television it's hooked up to.
It's just blue screen.
It just goes into like the infinity. She's like,
okay. I'm Rene. I'll call you later. Right.
That's actually pretty clever. I'm Jake. I'll call you later, Bussy. So I'm taking that. That's mine. I thought of that.
Take two. I am Adam. I'll call you later, Riley.
Yeah.
All
you
right.
know what? I come up with one good thing, and you two both steal it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a woman came up with Wi-Fi. It's credited to a man. Say later, boners.
Later boners.
You should play hers last so that it
Oh yeah,
like scramble the audios.
100%. Unless there's a woman that can edit it for me. Do you know how to edit?
You know what's funny, you guys, is I get paid
What do you mean by you
70% of what
guys?
Jake and Adam get paid.
No, you don't. This is all. I pay to do this podcast.
Me too. And I paid 70% of what you guys pay.
I don't get paid anything. So yeah, you get a 75% of that. So,
Later boners.
later.
You met me at a very strange time in my life. With your feet on the air, your head on the ground. Try